Muhammad could not have known these facts about human development in the 7th century because most of them were not discovered until the 20th century. This is a leech, and this is the human embryo about 23 days. I think you have to agree that the similarity between these structures is amazing.
The key word in both is al-Ghaib. At this stage is known to no one except Allah.
The rapid growth and dramatic changes which occur after the bones have been clothed by muscles have been mentioned in the Holy Quran 1400 years ago.
Surah 79, Ayah 32 states, also in the context of creation, "And the mountains hath he firmly fixed." Similar mention of mountains is found in several other surahs. It is permissible to interpret this to imply that mountains are rooted and that modern geophysics has established deep crustal roots for the axial parts of mountain systems at converging plate boundaries. We need research into the history of early Middle Eastern oral traditions to know whether, in fact, such historical events have been reported. If there is no such record, it strengthens the belief that God transmitted through Muhammad bits of his knowledge that we have only discovered for ourselves in recent times.
1,400 years ago, when the world was immersed in darkness, the Quran was revealed, which brought light to a beleaguered world. And whereas the earlier books came with many scientific mistakes, due to the hand of man having delved into them, the Quran had none of these contradictions. The world thought there could be no reconciliation between religion and science. But the Quran mentioned many scientific facts in great detail, like how a human being developed in the mother's womb, and described other scientific facts which amaze the world's renowned scientists and scientific community.
First of all, it suggests that Islam is something special, and it isn't. It's not special at all. It's one of 1,000 religions or more that have existed since the dawn of humanity, all of which claim divine revelation, all of which claim perfection, all of which proclaim infinite knowledge, uniqueness, beauty, etc.
We have inspired you, as we had inspired Noah and the prophets after him. And we inspired Abraham, and Ishmael, and Isaac, and Jacob, and the patriarchs, and Jesus, and Job, and Jonah, and Aaron, and Solomon. And we gave David the Psalms. Some messengers we have already told you about, while some messengers we have not told you about. And God spoke to Moses directly. Messengers delivering good news, and bringing warnings, so that people may have no excuse before God after the coming of the messengers. God is powerful and wise.
But you can have what happens what happened. All evidence in our universe was that at very early times, it started expanding very, very fast, and we call that inflation. It's actually doing it right now.
We constructed the universe with power, and we are expanding it.
So it's not inductive in the sense, the mathematics is a useful language. In fact, it's the only useful language to describe nature, as far as we can tell.
That he may know that they have conveyed the messages of their Lord. He encompasses what they have, and has tallied everything by number.
Okay, now, so arguing that something doesn't make sense to you is based on the fact that the assumption that you know what's sensible in advance. But we don't know what's sensible in advance until we explore the world around us.
Have they not seen how God originates the creation, and then reproduces it? This is easy for God. Say, roam the earth, and observe how he originated the creation. then God will bring about the next existence. God has power over all things.
Is that the universe has a much greater imagination than we do. In fact, there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. And that's what's wonderful about the universe. Things that are inconceivable happen all the time.
Indeed, I swear by what you see, and by what you do not see.
In fact, there are good evolutionary reasons for homosexuality. So in that sense, there's no reason and a fundamental... Why would a God who thought it was a sin make it natural among all species? I don't think the sheep, by the way, which 10% of sheep are long-term homosexual relationships. Okay? Why would a God who thought it was a sin create sheep who don't have a soul, who aren't able to think about it, be homosexual?
There is no animal on land, nor a bird flying with its wings, but are communities like you. We neglected nothing in the scripture. Then to their Lord they will be gathered.
And, in fact, if people don't believe you, they're going to go to hell for eternity. And we can talk in great length, in great sadomasochistic length, about the torture they're going to have, and we can all enjoy it.
We said to you that your Lord encompasses humanity. We did not make the vision we showed you, except as a test for the people, and the tree cursed in the Quran. We frighten them, but that only increases their defiance.
Then atheism is somehow, as has been described, Speaker, a belief system. It's not a belief system like Islam or Judaism or Christianity or the Norse myths or Zeus or Thor or any of the other myths that have been created throughout human history. All it's saying is, it's not a belief system. It's saying, you know what? We don't choose to believe that stuff because it's not sensible.
It is He who created you from clay, then decided a term determined by Him. Yet you doubt.
Can you please tell me what was the cause for the Big Bang?
Well, of course, one thing doesn't fall from the other. The Big Bang is a fact, as much as a fact as the Earth is round. I wish I knew the cause of the Big Bang. Namely, I wish I knew the laws of physics break down as we now understand them at t equals 0, because we don't have a quantum theory of gravity that we have many facets that we understand the quantum theory of gravity must possess that suggest what is likely, but I don't know. And I'm proud of the fact that I don't know, because it gives me something to work on.
Do the disbelievers not see that the heavens and the earth were one mass, and we tore them apart? And we made from water every living thing. Will they not believe?
And in fact, as a scientist, one of the most wonderful things about being a scientist, as I've often say, the best state to be in is be either wrong or confused. Because it means there's more to learn. So I am happily aware that I don't understand everything.
And they ask you about the Spirit. Say, the Spirit belongs to the domain of my Lord. And you were given only little knowledge.
يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي